Vulsker here. Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about the #1 best performing rated R film of all time. We're talking about Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Did I like it? Let's talk about it. Alright guys, let's talk about it. For warning, spoilers, I'm just letting it free reign. So if you did want to talk a little bit about it and not know because you have not seen it, I would hold off on this video. But for those who do want to know what's going on or have seen it and want to see my opinions, go ahead and continue. So, rated R DC comic film, you already know right off the bat we're going to deal with something dark. DC, dark, I mean, come on, really? So, the big issue going into this, and you know, a lot of people questioned the timeline. No Batman, we have the Joker, what's going on? So, in terms of story, we start off with a clown. Basically, Joaquin Phoenix's character, Arthur Fleck. He works side clown jobs, advertisements, going out of business, flipping the signs, and right from the get-go, you know, and you can tell, people just don't care about him. They abuse him. They do what they want. You know, Joaquin gets attacked. Or Arthur gets attacked and his sign gets stolen. Nobody believes him, and they're threatening, money out of his job, threatening to fire him. And then one of his buddies wrongs him by giving him a gun, and he even mentions, like, hey, this isn't, we're not supposed to do this. Nobody will know. And then it ends up basically biting him in the ass when he's doing side clown jobs at hospital with kids who are terminally ill or recovering, and it falls out. And everybody just is against him. Why would you do this? Well, this isn't mine. No, that's yours. It's not his. He's the one that's telling on you. And you can tell just... there's a lot going on here, and you can easily tell that Arthur is not all there. There's absolutely mental illness, and you don't really know the full extent of what's going on from him and in the scenes with his neighbor, that eventually becomes his girlfriend, and then she has a kid. And he's out, murdering and just beating the crap out of people. And then this is where it starts to take that turn, because as things start to progress, you start to realize how deep this mental illness really goes. And it really creates a backstory to this form of the Joker, which... that's one people's biggest gripe, the Joker. You're not supposed to, But then you start to, as things start to, like I said, progress, things start to correct themselves. And what I mean by that is what was originally believed to be his girlfriend is actually him popping up and stalking her. And then... what was originally believed to be his psychiatrist in the beginning, there's a throwback at the very end to somebody who looks similar that they kind of leave open to him taking out as he's walking out of her room with bloody footprints. But the big thing is that breaking point when he full on just says, hey, I'm the Joker. He's getting ready to go on to the talk show, one that he's actually really cared for. He's enjoyed, and it basically same thing. Now you start to realize the scene that happened earlier in the film, yeah, it's not really there. And the whole reason that they wanted to really bring him on the show to begin with was because his failed stand-up comedy show became viral for all the wrong reasons, and this is where like he finally just says fuck everybody. He basically just blows the talk show host's brains out right there on live TV, and it progresses into all the downtown riots, and he becomes an idol. Like, he's standing up to the man. And we'll get to that in a little bit, because that kind of ties into some of the theories that's going around. So ultimately, he causes all this riot. You get to go back and see Batman's parents die again. Go figure. And Bruce Wayne is about 8 years old. There's kind of a mention earlier in the film that Bruce's father, Mr. Wayne, is actually Arthur's father. His mother worked for him, and it's honestly, this film is, to me, not a comic film. It is absolutely a dark comedy mixed with a psychological thriller. And that's why I personally, I love this. I love the film. So if you look at just it being a film, the back and forth, making you question what's real, what's not, what did happen, what was in his head, you know, especially when it basically just ends with him getting attacked by security guards and he's basically in Arkham. It's awesome. So as a film, I'd easily say 10 out of 10. Perfect. Amazing. It deserves absolutely shit ton of awards. But how do I feel it being a Joker film? So that's what my biggest gripe going into this was we have my favorite villain and my favorite hero just does not even exist at this point. So I went in with predetermined notion that it's getting amazing reviews, his performance is awesome, but it's not the Joker. Going with that, I'm torn. It's not my Joker. It's not what I want to see from a Joker. And only because that time period in the 80s, and an 8-year-old Bruce Wayne just completely kills it. But there's some theories out there, and this is to me what saves the film and can absolutely be played off of, and I'm excited, because if they do this, you fucking save the film. DC, Warner Brothers, you made one of the best comic films ever. So let's talk about these riots, playing off the psychological back and forth mumbo jumbo. There's some rumors, theories, that he wasn't actually part, or he was minorly part of these riots, and these actually caused the creation of the Joker that we have come to love and know, which would match the time period where Batman is, created, give or take, 10 to 14 years later. I'm assuming they'll probably make mid-20s Batman. That could potentially work. Not my favorite theory. Different Earth, different Batman. Now that one is what I personally was hoping for coming into this. I had a very side sliver of hope that, hey, maybe they're doing, like a Flashpoint, multiverse, what's going on. So that's another theory. Is this Joker to a different Batman where it's not Bruce? Maybe I was going to say his father, but that kind of shot that in the foot. So what's going to happen? And another very common theory and it's starting to gain steam. And honestly, I would not mind this one building up, even though he's portrayed as, I'm assuming, Arthur's character is mid-30s, 40s, so he'd be like 70 years old when Batman him. Maybe they're just de-aging him, or going to de-age him a little bit to keep him kind of steadily going, and do a 1, 2, bam, Batman is in the third one, and make this a Joker trilogy into the breeding of Batman. Now, I think that would be kind of cool. You know, slowly, really, truly get him into the clown prince of crime, and Batman is finally there. Because it's pretty common knowledge at this point that they're more likely is not going to have anything to do with Pattinson's shiny, sparkly Batman that's supposed to be coming out, with their focus on Catwoman, the Riddler, which they even renamed in that one. We'll talk about that another time. So there's definitely a lot that they can do to prevent this from being a one-shot. If you look at it as a one-shot Joker, it's awesome, but it's still that Batman. Batman is missing. Where is he? So I'm hoping one of these theories do ultimately come out of it. And then just kind of a couple things that mentioned for those of you who have seen it. You know, who did he kill? Who did he not kill? I know his pretend girlfriend that he loved to stalk. They left it to interpretation. The cinematographer actually recently came out and confirmed that she didn't really wrong him, so she is alive. So it's kind of interesting. But overall, like I said, guys, I loved it. 10 out of 10 in terms of a film. I need to see what they're going to do in terms of this being my Joker. I personally still absolutely consider Mark Hamill and Heath Ledger's the 2 #1 overall Jokers. But I want to see Joaquin Phoenix's with Batman, because his portrayal is fucking fantastic. But the mere fact that we may never get to see him across from a Batman absolutely breaks my fucking heart. With that being said, if you have not seen it, you actually stuck through this video, go see it. Absolutely worth your time. I'm actually thinking about seeing it again before it comes out. Absolute buy on 4K when it comes out, because it's cinema. It is absolutely cinema. So anybody that says comic book films can't be cinema, this is proof that they can be. Alright guys, that's all I have. So once again, as always, like, subscribe, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, comments below, and you can always follow me with my daily shenanigans on Twitter at Vulsker. Until next time, peace out, guys. I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if this will work. Close enough, maybe?